All right, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall is blessing your day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall's body, man. Hopefully the Most High in your house shall is blessing you, brothers and sisters, day. A little tired. This is gonna be a little brief, man. But yeah, man, it's going into just let's even though when you're tired, man, let's get to some Baruch real quick, man, because that's very important that this is. I devote some time to it, man. Baruch chapter 4, verse. But you know what? Wow, this does tie into what we're going to talk about a little bit. Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. It says, "For as it was your minds to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more." So yeah, and your mind is what, and what part? Shout to brother Ratzazan from Believers of the Way in out in California, because he said this one time, and this all goes into your body being a temple, because today's the 21st, so I was looking at Revelation 20:21 today for some reason, but I was looking at it the other day too as well, but remember, let's go to Judges real quick, man, because shout to Ratzazan too, because that's why they even say the temple is is your mind, part of your mind is or your head is a temple, man, and that's connected kind of to the mind, man, and that's why even the Most High house I had the temple, things of that nature, and we always going to, man, when we was in the wilderness, it wasn't a temple, but the tabernacle was there in the center. We'll get it again, just to let you know, as the Most High house should be on the forefront of your mind. When you wake up, you see the tabernacle, man. So that then they had all the other tribes outside of that, man. So we look at this a lot of times too, but let's look at this again, man, because there was a reason for that, man. Yeah, man, that's just is what it is. Yeah, see, the tabernacle. See how you had Reuben, Judah, Levi, Zebulon, Manasseh, Issachar, Naphtali, Dan, Zebulon. If I said Zebulon already, Manasseh, Asher, all this stuff, man. But you had Ephraim, Benjamin, man, had all this stuff for Simeon, outside of the tents camped out when we was camped out, but it had the tabernacle in the middle. So what was that pretty much saying? The brother Elder Ra'am brought out, man, out of Believers of the Way as well. Shout out to him. That the Most High house shot should be a forefront of your mind, should be a center of our lives, and it was in the center for a reason, man. So. And that's why I even say in the saying in the world, on the center of my mind, man, it's it should be the Most High house shot. As this Baruch said, as those moments, even before I came to work, even when I was a child, man, then all those late nights playing Madden and this and that, EA Sports in the game and this and that, it was of course, the Most High house shot can win get our ignorances, man, but even that, man, I was just, even when I was even thinking about the word, man, it was our we should seek Him 10 times more, man. So even when we're tired, man, even when I'm tired, man, I guess still gotta seek Him 10 times more. But let's go to Judges real quick though, man. This is going to show you that the temple is the mind, and that's all being the the Most High house shot body, man. This is going into that, man. So let's go to Judges real quick. Judges chapter, because we talked about this before. Judges chapter 4 and verse, Judges chapter 5 verse, where is it? Yeah. Judges chapter 5 verse 26. It says, because it's all being the temple being your mind. It's really seeking the Most High house shot. Or even the Shema says, with all your heart, all your soul, all your might, all your heart, man, all your mind. Yeah. But just here how it goes and how the temple is in mind. Judges chapter 5 and 26. It says, she put her hand to the nail, and her right hand to the workman's hammer. That's crazy. No, that's crazy too, because then the Most High house shall say, listen, He lets out Egypt with the right hand, and doesn't your house shall sit on the right hand of the Father. So you always want to go because there's a right hand path and a left hand path. So I just find that interesting. And it says to the workman's hammer. So ironically enough, too, y'all know that Judas Maccabees with name up means hammer. So I just find that. Now, of course, a story it was a story. It lines up with the story or things in nature. But I was looking at this in a different way, but. hammer, and with the hammer she smote Caesarea and smote off his head. And when she had pierced, when she had pierced and stricken through his temple. So yeah, through his temple, what? Through his head, the mind, man. That's just like right here. But read this again, Judges chapter what you call 5:26, it says, she had put her hand to the nail and her right hand to the workman's hammer. And with the hammer she smote Caesarea and smote off his head. And she had pierced and had stricken through his temple. So yeah, man, let's grab a Revelation real quick, man, because this will show you yeah, man, who was that temple, man? Like, the temple, man, that was really the inward man. Like, really, it's really like, we are the temple, man. It's the inward man, an inward person. But yeah, that's why I said this, because Yahushua, it said this in the end, but even when Yahushua did his ministry on earth, he was saying this. Let's get this. Yep, Revelation chapter 21, verse 22. It says, Revelation 21:22, and I saw no temple therein, for the Lord Yahweh Almighty, or the Lord God Almighty, and the Lamb are the temple of it. Yeah, so exactly. So, yeah, it says, Revelation chapter 21, verse 22, and I saw no temple therein, for the Lord Yahweh, or the Lord God Almighty, and the Lamb are the temple of it. So yeah, let's go to John 2, and we get 1 Corinthians 6:19, but let's go to John 2, man. I don't want to be like, kind of Dan Marino, past laser specific, man, on this, man. Like, like Patrick Mahomes, Dan Marino type of, like, laser specific, man. Like, just how they throw, like, passes, like, like that, man. We gotta be laser specific, man. Like the brother, somebody first one says, man. But John chapter 2 and verse 21, it says, but he spake the temple of his body. Yeah, this is talking about his resurrection. We say this, but pretty much, man, like, the temple, man, is we are the temple, man. Of course, like, there's nothing wrong with actual, like, congregating in actual churches or at an actual temple, things of that nature. No, that's not what that is saying. But really, most importantly, just goes back to the Tower of Babel, because it's like that's why the Most High Yahshua, like, later on, he did what he did, because it was just really before time where he was really and those people really wasn't wrong for doing what they did, but it's like he was really wanting us to realize, listen, I am that tower, I am that temple, man. The Most High Yahshua is that temple, man. He is that strong tower. He is the city of refuge, man. But going back to the temple, man, like, it's that inward man, like, that's is what it is, man. So and how do we define the temple? Not just, of course, I see like, not just only health reasons, like smoking and drinking, stuff like that, but what the house I said in Mark Mark or Matthew 7, man, what goes in, pretty much that defiles you, man. Like, covetousness, blasphemies, wicked thoughts. Like, that's wicked thoughts is actually thinking about it and acting on it, man. Evil eye, like, lust, lasciviousness, like, unfaithful, all those type of things, man. So yeah, man, I just wanted to go into this, man. Yeah, man, but let's get John chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, but he spake the temple of his body, man. So yeah, so pretty much, man, we are the temple, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. Hopefully the Most High Yahshua blesses y'all day. Much love to y'all, brothers and sisters. I'm very tired, but hey, man. But hey, like we said, like, the temple, keep the Most High Yahshua. That's our Proverbs 6 and says, like, cast the thoughts upon you on His works. And Colossians 3 goes into casting your thought upon heavenly things, man. But yeah, man. But as it was our mind to go, like, to go astray, seek Him 10 times more, man. In that temple, man, your mind and on Him. Yeah, constantly. That's why He says you blessed when you meditate on my word and me, and the Most High Yahshua, just everything. And looking at Him for every aspect of your life, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. So peace.